Like, you are no better or worse than any other person on this entire planet, no matter how you feel about it. Like, it is literally the black ass bottom line. What's up, y'all? We making a TikTok recipe. Plant-based milk,
Okay, here's the milk.
sugar,
Got the sugar.
coconut oil, vanilla,
Vanilla and coconut oil.
and an egg.
Okay. I'm about to just make some gluten-free oat flour, and then I'm gonna store it in these jars so we don't have to keep making it. I'm gonna make like a good amount. So I'm just gonna. So you're gonna need eggs, baking soda, coconut oil, vanilla, sugar, plant-based milk, chocolate chips, and oat flour. Take it away. Bitch, what's your name? Why does that say fucking CB, Kylie?
That's her name, CB.
What's her first name?
CB. That's what she calls herself, CB.
How you going? Ooh.
Hot.
It's good. It's like a gluten-free pancake with chocolate chips. It's good.
This shit sound like it's chewy. This shit sound like it's chewy. We gon' see. A gluten-free pancake. A gluten-free chocolate chip pancake? That's what the fuck we're eating for dessert. Here go mine. Hold on, let me put y'all down. Yeah. It's a hit.
What you want me to do something or something? What you want me to do?
That puts some, it's gonna be horrible lighting for the.
Oh, you want me to smile? I'm eating. Biohaters, Scalawag. Ain't got no hair in the bag. Weave up, gel do. Your hair is messed up. Put your hair in a ponytail. Ooh, you can't. Oh well.
You might need to cook it a little less if you want it to be gooey. Less than a minute and 20 seconds will make it gooey.
I don't know how I feel. I want to find more TikTok recipes, but
We gonna do some more TikTok recipes.
oh, we can look on your TikTok.
We gonna find some more recipes. I follow a few people that do recipes. We gonna see. Be easy. Till next time. What is up, everybody? I wanted to come make a video today, just honestly real spur of the moment, because I got a message from the universe today, I would say. And as the growing spiritual person that I am, I feel like when I receive certain messages that I feel that I connect with, it is, at this point I feel my duty to share those messages so that they can reach as many people as, humanly possible. Because just because you get some information, you don't want to hoard it. You don't want to be like, oh, I am the only person that knows this. I have an advantage, because it's literally not about that in this life. It is not about who has the hand up, who has who's better off, who has the upper hand. None of that shit is important, and it's really all just about us as people, as the human race, working as one, and trying to figure out how to make that work, and understanding that you are literally exactly like everybody else, no matter how hard you try to differentiate yourself from other people. Like, you are no better or worse than any other person on this entire planet, no matter how you feel about it. Like, it is literally the black ass bottom line. I felt in the spirit of that, that it would be important for me to share the messages that I feel that I'm getting, so that if there's something that's going on in your life that may, possibly be connected with this message, that it can get to you, or you can spread it to somebody else who may need it, and that may be, just what they need to hear. So I really hope that me jumping on here, just, giving all that I have right now to share this, will be helpful to somebody, because it is really, really important to me to let people know that it could all be so simple. Like, that's just the easiest way I could say it all. It's just that it could all be so simple. And to dive deeper into that, what the message that I got today was basically a recurring message that's coming up in my life, is telling me, measure twice, cut once. Measure twice, cut once. And when I say that, what I mean is that instead of trying to do it really quick to just do it, instead of taking that route, to sometimes take your time with it and measure out the parts that need to, go this way and that way, and the things that need to be adjusted in order to make this cut work properly. So for my best example that I could give you is, you don't always want to jump into a relationship with the first person that you meet that may be sweet to you, or maybe what you may have thought of as the perfect person to walk into your life is not always going to be the exact person for you. And same thing with the first or the next best anything to come into your life may not be the best thing for you. In my circumstances, is my job, but for somebody else, it might be something different. Today, I wanted to jump on here real quick, just literally real quick, and share a quick message with you all, because I've been getting really into my spirituality lately and trying to get into myself. And on this journey into self, I've really come up with a lot of interesting tidbits of just about how life in general is really been some tricky shit thus far, and figuring out how to make it not so confusing and just all types of negative connotations that I've had with life in the past, to try to avoid all of that moving forward and allow life to be fun and joyous and happy the way that it's supposed to be. Because a lot of people, especially during this pandemic, I'm sure, are having a lot of negative emotions come up, and having to deal with a lot of yourself being quarantined or being on the stay-at-home orders and things like that. I know a lot of people are spending a lot more time with themselves or a lot more time avoiding themselves, one or the other. So either way, we're hitting some real big spots at this time of, in the world. I think that it's really important to investigate that as much as possible. And if you have any information to give to the world that helps that, to put it out there. So I definitely wanted to do that, knowing, that the message that you share sometimes can impact other people. And I hope that my message can be a positive spirit into somebody's life who needs it. Because I know that, in my time of need, when I get a personal message, that I feel like is sent to me, no matter how I got it, it may be a video on YouTube or a post on Instagram or a literally random text I get from somebody or a phone call or, a talk with my girlfriend. It could be literally anything that comes up that I feel like is a message to me and turns my entire perspective around on things and can change, days, weeks, and months for me. So I hope that I can do the same for somebody else and be able to create that little tiny click that you might have needed to help you get past something or help you get through something, because I definitely am going through it. And I think that when you are coming out on the other side of something, you can do no better than to reach back and pull other people, forward with you, because hoarding information and blessings is not something that you want to do, because it just does not afford you anymore. When you have a tight grip on everything that you have and you don't release and allow it to share with other people, it don't come in more bountiful ways. You gotta just let it go and allow it to come back to you. So that's what I want to do. And I recently received a message from, God, the universe, whatever, that, what's the best way for me to say this that will make it recognizable to everyone else? Because sometimes, you get a message and you can't even really speak on it because you don't know how to reflect it to other people, but I'm trying my best here. Basically, what it ended up being in layman's terms is you have to measure twice and cut once. That's if you haven't heard that before growing up, you've been missing out on a good saying, because that'll hit some people. You gotta measure twice and cut once, because a lot of things that me personally that I do, I sometimes want to just get right to the meat and potatoes of things. I like to get to it and I don't beat around the bush about things, for real. I don't really like to lollygag when it comes to most things in my life, but you can't always be like that. And I'm learning that slowly but surely, that sometimes you gotta give yourself a little grace and understand that you don't have to rush to any type of result. You don't have to rush to any type of outcome. And outcomes are things to not be concerned with anyway. But that's another topic for another time, because that you got to get real deep into that. If you want to know more, please read the 4 Agreements. Please read The Power of Now. I'm going to make a list and put it down in the description. There's a couple books that will help you really get into like the deeper aspects of, you know, not being attached to the outcome and things like that. More even deep, you know, manifestation type things like that. But it's really important to me that when I get things done, it's been important to me to get them done quick, basically, like get them out the way. And sometimes when you're doing things to get them out the way, not even just sometimes, most of the time, when you're doing things just to get it out the way, like get it done, it don't always end up coming out right. Like it don't always end up coming out the way that it could have if you just would have pumped the brakes a little bit. Like if you would have gave yourself a little time to get it right, to try some things, to make some mistakes, instead of just doing the thing. Like whatever the thing is for you, like I'm sure somebody is connecting. Sometimes you just do the thing, and you can't just be doing that, man. You can't just be doing that. And I don't know why that gets in. I probably could figure it out if I dug deep enough, but right now I don't have the words to express why it is like that for me. Why I feel the need to rush. Like the whole don't rush challenge went right over my head, because no, I definitely rush all time. Like all the time. Emotionally, you get connected to the result of a lot of things, and that's is a really big deal. Getting yourself emotionally connected to the result or outcome of a situation that you are literally making up in your head. Like you have no idea how you're justifying the fact that this result will happen based on your actions, but you have created this world in which that's the way it's going to be, and that makes you happy if that happens. So we got to get to that, because that's the happiness I'm looking for is over there at that result. Complete bullshit, right? Complete bullshit. That's what that is. And I had to come to terms with that today, and it's really fucked up to come to terms with the idea that like where you're going is not even the important part. Where you are is the important part, because without the current situation, you would never get to the future. Like if you just keep trying to deny your current circumstances, they're going to maintain the same wavelength. They won't be able to rise above and become the things that you want, because you won't stop focusing on that thing that you're trying to get. Now, manifestation is a thing, and it can happen, and it does happen for a lot of people. But a lot of things that I've been learning, and which is very important part of this dialogue. So if you want to get some more information on like the backgrounds of the things I'm talking about, you can go check out a link I'll put in the description to a video of a Super Soul conversation with Michael Beckwith and Oprah Winfrey. That'll be down in the description box below. Listen to that. Kind of take that in as much as you can, and because reading the books that I was talking about will get you to the same, understanding, but the video might make it a little bit quicker. But see, there I go again, trying to make things quicker. Jesus Christ, I do it in everything. I'm just trying to be convenient. But I mean, the information will get to you the same regardless. So whichever way is best for you, reading or listening, take the road that is most traveled for you. But yeah, man, it's outrageous how concerned that we as humans become with the future, and how connected we become to the way that that future looks, because of, I have no clue why the fuck it is that we worry so much about it. And that's what's blowing my own mind, is that when you get down to the bare bones, what do you really care about? Why do you really care about it? And why does it matter? Like, the reasons that you come up with for why you care about it, what does it even matter? A lot of things that a lot of people look forward to in the future are escapes from their current circumstances. But that's really the opposite thing that you want to be doing. You don't want to be escaping necessarily. You want to be embracing so that you can move through. And I know it's crazy to say to some people, they would feel like there's no fucking way that I'm gonna accept my current circumstances. Like, I will never be okay with where being right here, because this is not where I want to be. Like, I can understand that in a lot of people's cases. I get it. Like, it may be crazy as hell for me to say to somebody who may be, experiencing some sort of abuse or anything like that in any way, shape, or form, or somebody who is experiencing grief, or somebody who is experiencing, some sort of sickness, or anything like that. Like, it may sound crazy when you first hear it to just be accepting of the current situation and not necessarily be, completely surrounded mentally by the way that your future will look. But a lot of people put into our heads the idea of like looking towards the future as a way to like be inspired, which is, yes, true. You always want to use it as a way to be inspired and a way to be hopeful. But sometimes just being present in exactly, well, not even sometimes, probably most of the time, being present in exactly the moment where you are can be the difference between life or death for some people, can be the difference between, a transformative change in someone's life, a major decision being made or having to be made. Like, you don't often realize how much you miss by worrying about the past or thinking about the future. And if you were to you don't even got to worry about it, because at this point in your life, as you're watching this video, everything that you've done in the past is literally a wash. And you have the ability to change everything about your life in this moment as you're watching this. Like, every moment moving forward from when you watch this video to everything that you do after, those are the only circumstances that you have any control over, are the ones right in this immediate moment and the ones that are coming up in the next couple of seconds. Like, literally this bubble right here. You're in the center of it, and that's all that you can control. So literally thinking of everything that could happen, or that you hope will happen, or that you think is gonna happen, making assumptions, again, go read the 4 agreements. All of that is just such an excessive use of our mental capacity that we could be doing other things with. Like, I don't know how much smarter that I could feel, because I know the information is in there, but I would probably feel much smarter if I use that portion of my brain that is supposed to be doing smart shit, instead of worrying about anything, or being anxious, or being, scared, or like, that emotional part of my brain could be doing so much more valuable shit. And I need it for that. Like, I need it to work hard for its money, and it can't do that while I'm over here playing. Like, it's important, guys. It's important as fuck to just remove the barrier that's blocking you from getting to where you want to be. And that barrier for probably most of us is just being worried about. That's the tweetable moment, like Oprah say. Being worried about. Like, you being concerned with any circumstance that you don't have control over is so useless. And it's just like, if you just unhook that little leash that you have connected to this outcome, split that bitch. You don't need it. It's so much more mental freedom and just feelings of peace and calm if you just say, I know this shit is gonna be a wild ride, because when I'm not worried about what's to come, random shit be happening, but I just gotta let it ride. I gotta ride this thing. Like, life is literally a roller coaster. People say it all the time, songs, emotional roller coaster, all this stuff. People compare life to rides and roller coasters all the time because it's so true. You don't go to the theme park and get on the roller coaster trying to make assumptions about what direction it's gonna turn, unless you have anxiety, and you do. But most people, they just get on that bitch and they ride. Like, they get on that bitch and they ride. That's just what you gotta do. It's literally just what you gotta do. This life shit, get on that bitch and ride. Like, you gotta just do what feels best in every moment for you. And just, that's it. That's just it. Do what feels best in every moment for you. Do what feels best in every moment for you. That might be the title of the video, because that's just like, what else can I say? And that's probably the best way for me to explain the epiphany that I must have had. It's just like, do what feels best in every moment for you. And sometimes you're gonna do what feels best in that moment, and a week later, you gonna have some crazy shit going on. And you might try to think back and be like, damn, if I wouldn't have done so-and-so, I wouldn't be where I'm at. You can't be worried about it. You did what you did when you did it. You didn't do it in this moment you're thinking about it, so stop worrying about what you did, because you already made that decision at that time. But if at that time you were making the best decision for you in that moment, if you're genuinely only concerned with doing what's best for you in every moment, but let's make this very clear, having positive intention for yourself and others in these moments as well, because all of this, do what's best for you in every moment, it gets thrown out the window unless you have the underlying importance of every single person being equal, and every single person, being you, us being each other. Like, if you don't have this baseline information, you got to go get that first, because you will never understand what's up here if you don't got what's down here. It's just not going to click, because you're going to be like, why in the hell would I make a decision based upon how it might affect somebody else if I'm doing what's best for me? Because doing what's best for you is also doing what's best for the other person as well, because they are you. So why would you make a decision that you know would hurt you or someone else? You wouldn't. If you really felt like you were everyone and everyone was you, you would never want to do something to purposefully hurt somebody else, or do something with any negative intention towards somebody else. So back to that, if you have that, and then you make every decision in every moment that's best for you, you're literally making the decision that's best for everyone else as well at the same exact time. And if everybody in the world is doing exactly what's best for them with that same mentality at the exact same time, that is what I believe world peace is if everybody in existence can get on that one wavelength. We're all going to act as if we are one person, and everybody make a decision to do what's best for yourself. So in turn, doing what's best for everyone. And then there literally is no problem. That's the cross. That's the intersection. That's it. That's it. Do what's best for you in every moment. And that, knowing this, is just beautiful to think about. It's just beautiful to think about. And I hope, I know I kind of rambled and jumped around a little bit, but that's because it's just, when you catch a message, you catch a message, and you just got to give the word that is coming out of you. Sometimes I've been watching Greenleaf with my girl, and maybe I'm being a little churchy on it, but you know how the pastor be up there just giving the word that he got. That's the word that I got, and I wanted to definitely share it with y'all. So thank y'all for tuning in and staying tuned for the whole video. I do appreciate you. Those of y'all that are still here, go ahead and click that like button down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so that next time I got a message, you can get it right in your inbox. You can turn on those post notifications. It'll come right to you. I'll send it right to your doorstep. I got you. But thank y'all so much for being here. Beautiful human beings, please come back and check out our next video. Turn on your post notifications so you know when the next one comes out. Anything else that I have for you right now? No, that's about it. So I'm gonna get out of here and go get me something to eat. All right, guys. Love y'all. Peace.